Dennis Kutrieb after Ebbsfleet 3, Cheshunt 0. 100 points, clean sheet, lots of entertainment for the fans. What's your take on the game?
Oh yeah, exactly the same. So I'm so happy that we could get the win. 100 points at home, 3-0 win, clean sheet, 3 goals. Could have scored 10 maybe, I don't know. And just an outstanding performance from us again. You could see they tried hard. Not as a team individually. They had some really good players on the pitch who tried hard individually to make something happen. But we were good enough to defend that they couldn't have big chances. I can't remember that they have had a good chance. But apart from that, we scored our goals. Started early, was an outstanding play from us. Obviously as a manager you always want that the boys are keep going, score more, because it was possible today. As you could see, Dom had a few on top, then I don't know, a few others as well. So, but there's nothing to moan for me. Yeah, as I said, or as you said, 100 points, 3-0, clean sheet, 3 goals at home. Good crowd again, so well done from everyone to come down. This weather was awful. You could see it was starting with sun, then it was raining, and difficult conditions, but happy days.
I know you hate losing, and on Monday you lost at Braintree. You didn't enjoy that at all, and it was important to get back to winning ways today, and it was a passionate affair, wasn't it? I mean, they gave everything today, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly, and as I said to you after the Monday game, obviously I was frustrated, but it helped us to be ready for this game today, because you could see even the dugout was so aggressive the whole time, and it's just something where you need to be ready, and this was when we went there. We lost 1-0 and everyone was on us big time. The fans, the manager, the team was celebrating like they get promoted, and we wanted to make sure that we get the 3 points today, because that's just how football works. Yeah, that's karma. Yeah, you always need to stay humble, and that's what we will do. Every time when we play, we will always stay humble, regardless if we have 100 points or 100 goals or 103 goals. We stay humble and we just work hard. But what they have done to us when we played there was a different story, and you could see now they get relegated 6 points away from Dulwich, and I'm not sure if they celebrate today again.
But you mentioned about karma, you mentioned about the passion, you mentioned about the benches. At the end, to use a football expression, it all kicked off, and that was in time added on when the game was won and lost. But for some reason, that passion seemed to overflow at the end. And it was a sad way to end the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was sad, because I think the game deserves better. But I was massively concerned because Franklin Domi went down on the floor with a head injury, and I was pretty sure this is a serious injury. As we know now, he's definitely concussed. We already got the assessment done in the changing room or in the physios room. And the manager was moaning about how the referee can stop the game, and I was thinking, like, how can he not stop the game? Everyone in the stadium can see this is a massive injury. And then, yeah, obviously it kicked off, and at the end of the day, it's football. I don't like to overplay it now or overdo it, and things have kicked off, as you said, and I'm fine, so I have no problems.
With a performance like that, especially in the second half, you're not coasting to the end of the season with the title in your back pocket and the promotion in the other pocket. You're not going to take it easy, are you? And Welling next Saturday, I mean, they knocked you out of the Cancenia Cup, so you know you'd like to get revenge on that. And they took a point away from you here in the league, so I know you're going to go all out to win that one.
Yeah, but the games are not as easy as it was today. You could see they were a bit spineless. They tried hard individually to find something and to do something. But there was nothing where they could have a spine to say, like, we do this and this and this. The players don't know what to do on the pitch. And this is understandable because there are over 60 players already involved in there, and that's normal, but this will be completely different when we play at Welling. So they have a very, very good team. I think I was surprised that they are not in the playoffs, to be honest, because they have so many good individual players, and this will be a completely different game and in a way, and they will definitely try to show their quality on this day, and everyone who remembers this game here, they had a very, very good day. They defended with 9 men, and as I said, they have individually so good players. And as I said, I was just surprised that they are not in the playoffs. So that's where I rate them as a team. So they will be good, and they will show. And I don't know if it's their last home game, but it's definitely the second last game in the season where they want to show their fans that they are good enough and that they don't deserve to get booed off or something else. What I could see during the season when they played Taunton. That's what they not deserve, the players, and so they want to show that they're better. And then we play against Hungerford. I don't know if they can stay up in the last game of the season. I don't know exactly how the table looks, but I think it doesn't look good for them. So then maybe it will be a bit of, we try to show a little bit, but I don't know what to expect from the last game. But whenever I saw Hungerford, because they played many games against opponents which we played next, so I saw them maybe 10 times. And I always liked them because they had something and they really tried hard to stay up. And this might be a different game if they can achieve something. If not, then it might be different. But I just make sure that we can celebrate the 100 points now because that's what the boys deserve. And just celebrate and not moan about anything. And then we can prepare for Welling. And then after Welling, we can have a look for Hungerford.
Just talking about Welling again, Kent derbies have not been good, generally speaking, for you this season. I mean, Dartford, they seem to win every Kent game they play, but for Ebbsfleet, they've not yielded as much as you would expect compared to other fixtures. It's very strange when you get into that situation. They're not necessarily the most competitive games, the hardest games, but we don't seem to take the points out of them that you would generally get.
Yeah, for me there are a few easy reasons. So when you watch Dartford, for example, they have a few players which already played at Ebbsfleet. They really wanted to show something against Ebbsfleet because it's a rivalry and everyone knows it, and for the fans it's a big rivalry. I understand it, but our players, they are not used to play the Kent derbies. They played somewhere else, so they get the feeling over the years. But we don't have many players which are really into this situation, like a Tom Bonner or a Luke Coulson, or even Alex Wall knows this league. He played all his life in the National League South, and maybe he will always stay there. So you just need to make sure that you understand this type of game, and this is with Welling it's a bit different, but they have individually good players and they want to show up at this day, and they want to show like we can compete with you. So this is maybe like 11 good players, v 11 good players when we play Welling, and Dartford is just, they know exactly what it means to play this game, and there we lacked of understanding what it means for the fans and what it means for the club to play these games, and that's why we lost them, because they were all over us in both games. Of course, there were a few unlucky things and all these things, but even with Tonbridge when they played here and when they got the win, it means so much for them to beat us, and this is something what we need to understand. Obviously, it will be slightly different next season because there are not many teams from Kent. I don't know if there's any team from Kent, but Maidstone will go down. I don't know if there.
Bromley's the closest.
Yeah, Bromley. I don't know if this is a really rivalry. I can't see it. So this will be completely different next season. This will help us. But you're right, I would love to get more points out of the Kent derbies, and we definitely try to turn up against Welling, and I would love to get another 3 points on the board.
Finally, Dominic Pullian, I understand the appeal against his sending off on Monday wasn't successful, but he will now finish the season on 36 goals, which is a magnificent achievement. He'll miss the last 2 games of this season, the first game of next season. But just a word on those 36 goals. It is a fantastic haul for Dominic.
100%. I think we spoke a lot about him, and he's an amazing player, and he did so well this season for us. Unfortunately, he couldn't score today. You could see he tried. Goalkeeper made 2-3 good saves against him, otherwise he would have scored. But maybe he could get a feeling how it could be next season, because the goalkeepers will be much better, and he needs to put even more determination and I don't know, mentality in finishing, to say like I really need to finish that and not just try to hit the target. But yeah, as you said, this is a remarkable achievement. I don't know what the top goal scorer of Ebbsfleet scored. If he got this, maybe not, I don't know. But it was an outstanding season from him. As I said, unfortunately, he couldn't score today. Unfortunately, he's suspended now the last 2 games of the season, where he can't help us anymore. But he have had a really good season, and I really do like him as a person, as a character, and as a player.
Well, you've had a pretty good season too, so congratulations on your win today, and we look forward to seeing you next Saturday at Welling.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dennis.